Yes!
We'd like to extend a Laurel and hearty handshake to our new soap.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Welcome in. Your chair's waiting for you. And if you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, join the Whiff Pack. Come in the live chat. We're waiting to meet you and hear what you're shaving with this week.
And for our mention, we wanted to remind you about Stirling's shampoo and conditioner bars.
Yeah, y'all, I've had an epiphany. I did not always use the conditioner bar. I would use it every other time, every third time. Now, they last twice, 3 times as long as the shampoo bars. Yep. So get them in pairs, but, plan ahead. But I started using it concertedly every shampoo. And y'all, it makes a huge difference. My hair has never been this healthy, and there's nothing in it right now.
Yep,
I just let it dry out of the shower, and it just does this. So, y'all, if you have a favorite scent or two from over at Stirling Soap Company, grab a shampoo and conditioner bar. Let us know how they work for you, but giant improvement for us. And give your hair a couple of days to acclimate. So if you're coming from some of the stuff from the pharmacy, y'all, give this a week to really judge it, but I don't think you'll be disappointed.
And this one is super fun because there's actually menthol. So we've been enjoying that for summer.
And what's our soap today?
Our soap today has been waiting for a while on the piano. We have our Bay Laurel set today, which we're kind of excited about.
Bay rum? Is it a bay leaf? Is that mysteries and wonders lie ahead, y'all? Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at stirlingsoap.com.
Wrap yourself up in this rich, spicy, warm blend of Bay Laurel, orange, nutmeg, and cinnamon essential oils. This is having some fall vibes here. I'm just saying.
In here. Now, I'm not sure, the difference between, the bay leaf in my soup and Caribbean bay and a bay laurel.
Right.
Because we asked our devices what a laurel was, and it was more of an evergreen thing. So, I'm never, laurel, presentational laurel. But this has got way more going on in there. Nutmeg, cinnamon, orange. So not a bay rum.
No.
But a bay something. And I'm excited to see what it is. Let's let it out of the box. All right, y'all. We buy them big from Stirling Soap. This was the box that the glacials came in, or did we consolidate?
Me? I don't know. There's all these little guys.
There it is on top. Yeah, we have all the 3-ounces, y'all, from the Black Friday and July sale. So stay tuned for all those. Sarah, just put them on the schedule.
They'll make your way on the schedule, yes. Okay.
Excited, and there we go. Let's do Perfect Bay Friend.
Oh, into the bay we go.
And we live walking distance from one of the most famous bays in the world. I wonder if we could invent a connection. We'll find out when we have our first impression.
It's always fun when we read it and we think we have it in mind, and then we get our noses on it, and then we have to start over. So I think this is going to be one of those, we have the bay leaf in mind, but I have a feeling what Stirling has done with it, or put the friends around it, is going to be a different experience than we think we have.
Also, serendipitously, we just did coconut bay lime from PAA, a Caribbean bay. So we've got a little bit of education behind our noses, but this should be a fun comparison. All right, let's see.
Okay, Marcus is going for it.
I'm going first. Oh. Very nice.
Okay, nice full pour from Stirling.
I have no idea what to expect.
I'm glad we went for this one. I know when we were looking at that first lineup, we weren't sure because it wasn't in the glacial side, but it came out at the same time, so it's here. Immediate smile. Did you see that?
Y'all. So we've been doing this over a year. I think this is the first one that delivers what my brain always thought a traditional bay rum was supposed to smell like.
Interesting.
This is my pony. This is the first one that harkens back to me growing up. It's kind of my uncles and things that would wear bay rums and things and kind of knowing what that smells like. This is the first one that harkens back to those memories.
Does it have an aftershave side to it?
Yes, 100%. And beautiful spices. And I kind of get the hint, although it's not there, of clove that's going with the bay kind of a thing.
Right.
Kind of almost a boozy sense underneath. Ooh, so I wonder if this is supposed to, because I know there is a bay rum from Stirling, and this is a little bit different.
It's not. Yeah,
so
this is
I'm really curious, because this is kind of what my nose traditionally thinks a bay rum is kind of supposed to smell like.
Are you getting all the spices in there?
Yes, and it's just that. So maybe not the rumminess, but definitely a whirlwind of spices, and they are beautiful. And a couple of them are gourmand. Hold on a second. Wait.
He's going back in.
it's a spicier, browner bay sense than anything I've smelled before. Like, this color is telling. And it's just beautiful in its richness and its spiciness that doesn't create like a clean sense, but presents a dapper, together sense. This is almost kind of what I expected Stirling Gentleman to smell like.
Can you tell it's made with real things, like spices and stuff you could just grab, like from the earth maybe? Does that make sense? Like grown things?
Yes, because sometimes in our cologne homages and things, the balance is so swirly and moving so fast that you almost can't sense anything that was originally natural underneath that. You're like, But this is all those natural things, the oil from the orange peel, the bay leaf, the cinnamon bark. This is a very natural smelling soap, but the cool thing is, all of those naturals come together to create a beautiful, like, vintage cologne-y sense. Like, there are parts of the barbershop down the street that smell like this.
Okay, I was going to ask if it had a masculine side.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's where that was taking 100%. You, but...
Ladies, there is a tab at the Stirling site for the ladies, but this will not be on it. This is for the gents, y'all. This is beautiful.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, you got to smell this.
All right, I'm curious now because I am a big fan of like bay rums, so I'm curious where the bay in this will take me.
Well, I love that this doesn't have clove listed, but it has all the spiciness for me of clove, and I don't think we've had a bay rum that's done that yet.
Okay.
So this is different. This is exciting.
I'm excited for the spice part. I think that is different. Oh, okay. I can see where you meant that it almost got boozy, but there isn't any booze in here. But my brain wants to fill in that
totally because I think we know what bay rums are, and our brains are kind of looking for it, like filling in those gaps because everything else is there.
Right, but it has a refreshing side to it.
Oh yeah,
like where I think where a bay rum does have a little deeper, like that more boozy kind of side. This kind of stays a little bit lighter.
Right,
I do get. I'm with you about the real herbs. Like I feel like if there was a recipe listed out of like someone that was brewing something or making something, I could almost smell that it's all in here. Like the orange side, the peel really adds like a crisp, bright kind of thing.
A ship captain would smell like this.
I agree. Actually, yes. It's fun because I can see how it can be considered an aftershave, but to me, first whiff, it's not. There's still something so real about it.
Are you getting gourmandy?
I don't know. My brain's almost putting it in a category of like a really fancy like tea, if that could make sense. It's not a tea.
Right.
But it has something in it that like if you put them all together and they were brewing on the stove to recreate something like there is something real. Like I'm in a room, the aromas around are very real to me.
I would not throw you out of bed for saying this was a cousin to like a chai scent.
Yeah, but made with like other things. Like I don't know, like that's where my brain is taking.
But that same deep spiciness for me, and I know there are a couple of scent notes that overlap with chai. So y'all, imagine like a Caribbean sort of bay cologne with the intensity and complexity of a chai.
There's nothing here that says that this has to be a fall scent.
No.
But my brain takes me to like, it's a little crispy, a little fall outside. It's a little chill in the air. Like you've got your layers, your plaid on, you know. There's something to this.
Like on the stove, like little simmer pots and like cinnamon, like orange, like that's all sort of fall stuff.
And I know we were kind of joking about being near the bay, but for us, like the bay breeze that we talk about, it's cold. It's a little crisp off the water. It is chillier outside.
And when you're very near the bay, there is this beautiful sense of like botanicals because the tide comes way in and way out here in San Francisco. So there is sort of this super natural sense of these bassy notes to like a bay sense of walking along our bay trail.
You're definitely outdoors.
This somehow like captures, and it's beautiful the way that it does that.
And I don't know how it cleans it up and makes it so real, but I almost could picture like even like some sort of woods or barks happening here. Yeah. I don't think it was even listed, but my brain's filling in like the textures of that.
Right. And y'all, it's gentle, if I'm going to say that.
It is.
I've smelled similar things that get super bossy and super spicy real quick. This doesn't. This has all of that complexity, but brings it to you in more of a gentle sort of clean nature so that it's your beiges, I think, more than like your deep browns.
I'm with you.
Kind of thing.
There's something in it that could kind of hint at an aftershave, but I'm still not completely getting it. Is there a certain time of day or an age range? Like I know sometimes, you know, like Stirling Gentleman, like we were trying to get across like who could wear it. Right. Like there's something, I don't think it's as specific. Does that make sense? Like whoever's wearing it, I think would blend into you somehow?
Well, I think it's like the generation of my great-grandfather didn't have like colognes.
No,
they had like good stuff in the kitchen that they would just kind of put on.
Yeah.
And there was all kinds of crazy stuff you could buy back then at like the grocery store. So yeah, I think it was like a bay tincture or like a literal rum or something with bay in it that they would put on their face. It wasn't meant to be cologne. It was meant to be something natural that they would want to smell like. The same way that Lee enjoys smelling bananas. Those original guys would enjoy smelling bay. And so it wasn't thought of as like a cologne.
Right.
It was thought of as just like something beautiful and natural and spicy you were going to take with you and denoting a little bit of your personality.
Yeah.
So the people that wore these were a little bit more of your darker, spicier kind of guys, you know?
There's a warm side to it, like a comforting vibe. Does that make sense?
Right.
So I think we should try and lather and see if that brews up a little more sun so that we can get our noses in.
And that'll give us an excuse to take another look at the scent notes. Would you like to introduce your hardware?
Yes, this is my Haley's Artisan Bowl here, 3D printed. And then my lovely first Yaki brush, 24 millimeter.
Right, y'all, this is going into the ridges. There's like an epoxy coating
there
at the bottom
is in
of
this one.
It's lovely. It's kind of a shiny texture.
It does,
to
a little shiny. This is immediately waking up. I am so impressed.
I'm pretty sure I don't know anybody that doesn't appreciate Sterling soap. Okay, hold on. From the sales page, wrap yourself up in this rich, spicy, warm, great words.
Agreed.
Blend of bay laurel, orange, nutmeg.
I forgot the nutmeg. Okay.
And cinnamon essential oils. So another interesting point here, y'all. This is not done with flavor oil. This is done with essential oils. These ingredients were actually boiled and boiled and boiled until their oil came out one side and the hydrosol came out the other. And those oils are what's in here.
I think that's why it's so real.
Super natural scent, y'all.
I know you said earlier, is it gourmandy? And there's something that is approaching sweet, but I don't know if I would immediately put this in the gourmand category.
I'm so glad you said that. We need to lay that out for you. The sweet in this is done with the cinnamon. It's done with the orange. It's not done with any kind of sweetener or sugar or anything like that in here. It is a super natural sweet.
Have you seen this lather, y'all?
Y'all, it's just a fun day when I get to shave with my
I
Stirling
barely
lather.
started. This is just making me look really like a really great lather over here.
You could have beat Stacks with that.
I know. This I didn't even really realize. Okay, surprise.
And the cinnamon is just what's beautifully making this familiar and friendly so that everything else can kind of be explored. That bay laurel, I think there even might be a sense of that sort of almost an evergreen.
The cozy vibes that I'm getting from this, I really may want this in a wax melt. I gotta say, I would just want to be submerged in this scent.
Cozy is the perfect word for this, y'all. And you know what? That's a great word to describe certain people. Don't you think like Mr. Rogers and LeVar Burton on Reading Rainbow? Don't they have like a cozy quality
They
to
do.
them?
Like, you'd want to give them a hug.
That's this. This does. Just kind of the sense of being indoors for the night and there being something beautiful boiling on the stove, right?
Yeah. I still am going to stand by. I think whoever puts this on, that it would blend into your natural, like, scent really well.
Oh, right. It's almost like a base.
Yeah. I think there's just something kind of welcoming about the scent. Like, it would just blend well with whoever your personality is.
Because there are obviously some scents, Calvin Klein, I'm looking at you, that are meant to completely mask your natural scents. But this is meant to complement your
That's a
natural
good
scents,
word.
right?
Yeah.
And maybe that's what Bay has done from the beginning. Because let's have a conversation. What does Bay do? It complements soup. And then when it's done, you got to take it out before you eat it. It's weird, right? What other ingredients do you have to take out before you eat it? So, yeah, when we watch our Mark Zarati videos, we like to watch him lather the face. Tells us a lot about the base, a lot about the soap. So, while we don't do shaving here at the Barbershop Duet, we do lather the face now. Would you like to do the honors?
I feel like I could do a shave of the day picture with how much is on here. Jeez Louise, that is a thing.
Look at that.
That's a thing.
Y'all, I just need a corncob pipe and a button nose.
This is a dense lather today.
Woo!
Okay, making me look good
and
over
it
here.
feels so good. I mean, we never talk about lather, but y'all, it's just invading this poor Yaki brush. What chance does it have?
It has. I don't know exactly what the scent intensity is because it feels so like welcoming.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Like it could be a 2, could be a 4.
But like the way my brain is interpreting it is just like, huh.
And it's not that there's one thing jumping out the rest. It's a fabulous balance, and I think that's what makes it work so well, is all of these things should be rather pokey, and none of them are, because the balance is just so perfect.
I just feel like I'm in the presence of something comforting, whether it's a cabin that I'm in, whether it's a person, like there's just a vibe coming across as like,
big comfy blanket smell, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like a nuttiness to it. You almost get that?
Yeah, and I think that's what my brain was trying to find, like a woodsy side, but there's no wood listed, so it's definitely neither. But again, something that's comforting to both of us.
And I love that exactly the right percentage is gourmand, because it does give you that sense of walking into somebody's living room when there's something beautiful on the stove waiting for you in an hour.
Those essential oils make this seem so real. It's crazy. I would think those actual herbs were in a pot on the stove still, or like that's what you put on. Like there's just something so real happening.
And I think that's why you were wondering about the intensity, because I think with flavor oil, you get one sense of an intensity, but with essential oils, the intensity has a different sort of sense to it. It has a more natural, wider sense to it. So while you may not get as much of it in your first whiff, there's more to get.
That makes sense, though. I'm with you. Instead of it being like a direct thing, it's almost like an encompassing
a built-in gentleness to it when it's an essential oil, but a much more realistic and natural smell.
And I think in the splash that I just took your words out of your mouth.
You just saw her read my mind right here on camera. Let's take it to the splash.
Are we going to be smarter than the plastic today?
Oh, it's got the new lid on it, so it's going to be a newer splasher. All right, I want you to go first.
You do?
Yeah, I want to gauge your reaction
up here.
there. All right, take it in. Tell me what you think.
I wonder, because earlier we were almost saying it had like a little bit of a boozy-ish hint to it.
Right.
I wonder if that comes through.
Right. I wonder if that was us just projecting our bay rum ideas onto it when it's not a rum, it's just a bay.
Now that we've spent more time with it, yeah.
Right, but this is loaded with alcohol. You just can't drink it. So let's see if it's got it in there too.
Okay.
Don't need this.
Okay, it's a little more tamer here, and it's like a whole different other side.
That's unexpected. A little tamer.
Yeah, I'm not.
She's right, y'all.
I'm not sure.
Oh. And the bay's kind of poking out.
Yeah, I get way more bay forward here.
Oh.
But now that it's drying, I get the other stuff too. I think the soap had a little more of the orangey cinnamony hit. This is leading off with the bay, almost to like a woodsy.
I get the sticks. I get the stick inside like the bay leaf, the woodiness, the stem. That's in this. It's not in that.
Okay,
it's not in that.
This is much more the masculine hit.
What'd you do? There's wood in this. It's beautiful.
I would almost, if there was a multiple choice question, I would say yes, there's wood in here. I don't know why, but.
See, we both got wood.
I think that's why you were thinking like pirate, not because of the boozy side, but like what would they have access to straight up on the boat?
It's like a morning at sea, y'all.
It is. There's something that foggy, cool air off the bay is definitely here.
And maybe 15 to 20% of this is the inspiration for Old Spice?
I would not say you're wrong. There's these spices, the way they're dancing together is a fun adventure. Do you smell more of the nutmeg here?
Oh!
I think I skipped the cinnamon, and I get more than nutmeg.
I am just so enjoying the sense of like a dry wood stem inside the bay leaf.
Mm-hmm. Almost like driftwoody, kind of like there's something that's really broken in. It's happening. I don't know how.
There is a world going on in this.
Okay, and I'm going to say it. We have a lot of bay runs. We have a lot of things that could hint at this in fall, but we do not have this type of scent yet.
And I love the orange. The orange in this is magical. It's like almost a savory orange. It's the orange oil from the peel when you start to peel it. It gets in your eyeball. All right, y'all. So you will only find this in the Barbershop Duet. This is the 1 if by land, 2 if by sea whiff. On 3, 1, 2. Oh, this is your gourmand. This is your
it's close to gourmand.
Sweeter, right? More charming. This is your high adventure.
Yeah, this is cleaner.
Whoa.
I still get more orange in this than I do here.
This takes me out to sea. This takes me out to sea with a bunch of dudes. This is wild.
And then this is that cozier side.
Yes.
Like I could almost think of this as like a fall cabin or something, because the woods, I know there's not what's listed, but my brain is putting me somewhere, or that's the ship that's made from wood. I don't know, but 100%. There's something so real. Like actually the beginning of Pirates of the Caribbean in the town where you look around, like I feel like that might be what they would have smelled like.
Right, it may be near Tortuga.
There you go.
Take this out for an evening. I've been to Tortuga. I did it in the least adventurous way possible on the big Disney boat with Mickey Mouse driving it, but I've been to Tortuga. And it does have that sort of callback to a time when that town was super dangerous and loaded with pirates.
Right. I mean, you know, like she even had those things that went in the bed that warmed it. Like, we're just in a different time. And I feel like this is what you would have created something with of what you had.
If you're Captain Jack and you're going to commandeer a ship, this is what you're going to smell like. It's not Aventus, y'all. It's not Green Irish Tweed. This is what you're going to smell like.
Like, this is almost as clean as you could get.
Right.
Does that make sense?
And still be a pirate.
And so, yes, exactly. Right. Still have that, like, adventure side kicking in.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be the Barbershop Duet, ready to go out for their daily walk. You're going to climb up the equivalent of about 33 flights of stairs. And when you turn around and look out over San Francisco Bay, and all of it is there in front of you in its vast expanse and beauty, this is the perfect scent soundtrack for that moment, and we're gonna get our own!
Head over to stirlingsoap.com where you can find this and a wide range of other products.
Back from my shave with Bay Laurel, and it was wonderful to explore just the actual bay leaf itself for some time, building the lather and enjoying it throughout the shave, and even the splash. It was really fun to have that, and then know how it's turned into more of the bay rum world that's kind of come from this. So the bay leaf in Bay Laurel was thoroughly enjoyable, and it's nice and cozy for me. I'll definitely be back to this soon.
Welcome to Messages.
So for our September giveaway, we had a meeting and decided our next one should be a $20 gift card for Zingari Man.
Yeah, y'all in for your chance to win it. All you have to do is send an email here to wesetyu@thebarbershopduet.com and mention Zingari Man, and then check back here on October 4th when our Alexa device helps us choose our lucky winner here on the show.
Best of luck. The dry down here is what really starts to get, so smelling it from here is very different than like on you.
That's kind of pokey. It's kind of funny, but as soon as it dries.
I forgot to have you smell on me. There's like a sweet powdery thing happening. I know it's not in there, but like a creamy side.
Sneak some of this on your lady. It's beautiful.
I have to agree. I was trying to think of like what movie we would watch. I know we talk about that all the time, but like
pirates. But
but there's something really comforting. I almost feel like I'd want you to wear it just so I could smell it on you. Like there's just that comforting, cozy, like you want to snuggle in kind of scent. I don't know. Maybe get some Bay Laurel, friends.
Well, I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Thank you so much, Stirling Soap Company, for making this little charmer. What a beautiful, luxurious version of a bay.
It is. I don't want to say it's a quiet scent because that makes it sound like it's not very, but there's something about it.
It's not bossy.
It's not bossy. There's something really welcoming and comforting, like just like a little essence behind you that I feel like some days you really need just that little gentle hug that comes with this.
And some days you just want to be a little spicier than others, but still be just as friendly.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.